What's up there, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to change the air filters on a Porsche Cayenne GTS 2017. If you have this model, I haven't seen a video out there that kind of easily shows how to change the air filters on this vehicle. It's a 3.6 twin turbo. This is the vehicle. If you have a 2014 to 2017, it should be pretty much the same setup. So I'm going to try to do this the best I can with what I got. It's actually pretty simple. It is a little bit different than the previous older models, so let's get to it here. Probably not going to edit this video, I'll just kind of cut through to the easy stuff. Alright, so first off, let's check out our tools. Alright, to do this, you have a couple tools in the back of your GTS here in the trunk, and honestly, you only need 2 additional tools beyond that. But inside in the trunk here, right here, you're going to have a like a little Allen tool right in this little spot here, and then you have a Phillips head slash flathead, and also looks like a some sort of I don't know, maybe a 12 millimeter, maybe something bigger than that, but that goes right here. All right, so open your trunk up right in the back there. Make sure you get the WeatherTech mats for your GTS. They're pretty sweet. All right, right in the back here, we're just going to pull this, and you got your Allen head and your Phillips head. Pretty much all you need to do this. All right, so we're going to snag these 2 tools. All right, got them. Let's go to the front of the car. Pop the trunk. If you don't know where to pop the trunk, it's right there. That's a big lever right on the inside of your door here. All right, so let's go to the front of the car. Now that the hood is popped, we're going to go ahead and open this bad boy up. Right in the center here, all right, handle right below the badge. Just lift it, and it will go ahead and open for you. All right, now, my question was, well, where's the air filters? All right, and how hard are they to get to? So pretty simple. You do have to remove a couple things here in the engine. So I'm going to show you the panels that you need to remove. You do need to remove this panel, the front panel, and then also this panel here. Not super hard, you just need a flathead screwdriver. So let's take a closer look here. So this panel here on the right has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then there's a 4th hidden one down here. All right, I didn't know that, so I started taking this one all this apart, and I couldn't get it off. I'm like, oh great, I probably have to take off this panel here. All right, so pop those 3 off. Then you're going to take all these ones off here, and you probably have about 6, 8, 10 right there. I already took this panel off. All right, so the whole panel, let me see if I can show you this. The whole panel just comes right off. All right, pretty easy. All right, there's the panel. I'm just going to set it down here for a second. All right, and so we got the front off, and now it reveals the hidden ones right here, these little plugs, these plastic plugs. Let me show you how to get these off. So using that flathead, all right, we're going to take the flathead here, and you can just put this right underneath there like that, and once you hear that little pop, you can probably just grab it and do a little delicate twisting. All right, oh, that part didn't come out. Let me get this kind of tough with one hand. Oh, drop it on the floor. All right, and that's pretty much what it looks like. All right, you don't bust those or lose them. Anyway, so that one's gone. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and pop this one off too as well. All right, that one's gone. That one's gone. And that one is off as well. All right, so we got all those tabs off. Now, the tricky part is you got this shock absorber right here, but they put a little cut in the plastic. All right, so when you start to take this off, might be tricky with one hand for me. When you start to take this off, you're going to want to split this plastic piece apart with your two hands. And it gets pretty easy. Oh, look at that, I did it with one hand. So it came right off, just, you know, right through that part there. All right, so here's the right side panel. All right, now I've already done this, and I wasn't gonna do a video, but I decided to because I figured there's a lot of people that had questions. So here's one air filter on the right. Remember, it's the 3.6 V6 twin turbo. And then here's the other air filter on the left. I'm not gonna do this side, I'm just gonna, it's exactly the same thing on both sides, all right? Now, when you get to the air filter, you get a couple things you wanna pay attention to here. Number one, you got this clip. Number two, you got this clip. And then you also have these star nuts here. All right, so let me see if I can get a good picture. All right, 1 and 2. Now, you gotta be delicate because these are plastic. You're only gonna turn them 180 degrees and then pull them out. You probably pull them with your hands. I did one of them with my my pliers. All right, so we're gonna grab our star nut. And the size of the star nut is a T27. All right, so that's the size you need. All right, so we're just gonna pop it on this guy, and it's counterclockwise to loosen, just 180 degrees. 180 degrees there, and there you go. See, I just pulled that with my hand. Pretty easy. All right, we're gonna pull this one too. Got that one with my hand. You could use pliers. It'll do the same thing. All right, now the reason why I took those out is because I want to disconnect this pipe so I can pull this whole plastic piece off, this cover. And if we look here, you can actually disconnect those bolts and then pull this apart. All right. Now I first thought, well, maybe I got to disconnect it down here. Got a socket wrench, undid that, and then I realized I could just pull it apart here. So let me just pull this apart real quick with my elbow and my hand. All right, there it is. You got a nice little rubber seal right here too. Now all you got to do now is just simply pull this guy up. Let me show you this a little. All right, see these two tabs on the ends here? They go on the outside of the box. So when you put this back together, make sure those are on the outside on each side. All right, makes sense? Then you slide this all the way down. All right, slide it down. And then there's 3 spots at the bottom where these tabs go. All right, 1, 2, 3. They go right down there inside those slots down there, if you can see them. All right, and that's it. So I got this piece right here completely off. Same thing on the other side. All right, so now that you got that off, all right, you can go ahead and take the air filter out. Pretty simple. Now I replaced mine with Cayenne. I pretty much do that on every vehicle I have, and seems to have a significant noticeable difference. Sometimes you can also hear the sound, which is great. You hit the throttle real quick and you might hear a little kind of suction noise. And also sometimes you can hear a little blow off too if you get a turbo vehicle. All right, so we got our air filter back in. We're gonna go ahead and slide this back on. All right, so going back in. Again, I'm doing this with one hand. Got my my gimbal in the other hand here, trying to hold this. And let's just make sure I got, okay, so the front one's, this back one's not on the outside. So it's actually hooked on the, there we go. All right, now it's on the outside. We're gonna slide it down, move your clips out of the way, kind of do it with one hand. Okay, there we go. All right, and the trick is doing this with one hand. Whoop, there we go. All right, so nice and tight. Push those down. Now we're gonna push the intake hose back in. Kind of tough. I'm probably gonna have to set the camera down for this, honestly, because it is a little bit tight. So let me see if I can situate the camera here. Pop this guy back in. I'll use a little bit of force. Okay, nice and tight. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and put those screws back in. And it's only 180 degrees. Remember, guys, you don't want to bust those bolts. All right, so if you notice real close here, you got a tab there, and then at the other end you have another tab because they're directional. All right, you can see inside the holes there. So it's going to go right inside that hole, all the way down. You can push it, all the way down like that. We'll go ahead and push this one all the way down. And now we got them in there correctly. We're going to go ahead and turn them 180 degrees. All right, so real simple. We're just going to grab our T27 and we're going to turn it clockwise 180 degrees. No force at all. Remember, this is a plastic bolt. Go real light and you'll feel it stop at 180 degrees. Boom, done. All right, air filter's in, everything's back together. Now all we got to do is put the panel back on. All right, the panel is super easy to put back on. You're going to put the right one on first, then the left one. All right, so see if I can do it with one hand here. All right, let's see if we, bam, look at that. All right, and then I'll kind of slide this under that rubber gasket there. Let it sit down, and there we go. All right, then we're going to start popping our little washers back on here. All right, so we got this little hidden one. All right, and we're just going to pop them in just like that, and we'll do that to the other three here that are on this side. Once we got both sides on there, all right, both sides. Once we got both of those sides on there, then we'll go ahead and put the front part back on. And this one has about 10 of those snaps, and then you guys are done. That's it. So that's how you put replace the air filters in a 2017 Porsche Cayenne GTS.